right, everybody. Welcome to the Underground Church Podcast. I'm your host, Minister Christopher Perkins. I'm glad that you guys are joining me again. I have a special guest with me on this evening's episode, Sister Tanya Holiday. How you doing? How you doing, Tanya?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, even though I kind of got off to a rocky start. We both kind of get off to a rocky start. Uh,
That's all right.
yeah. We finally made it to this. We were supposed to start at 5:30, but things worked out because I had extra time and it gave you a little bit of time to get yourself together. So
Right.
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, for my listeners and my viewers, me and Tanya, I know this lady from high school. We went to Northside High School and we graduated together. And
Right.
uh, I would see you, Tanya. I would see you kind of just off and on, because that's how Jackson is. You're gonna eventually
Right.
run into somebody at Walmart or just what I'm
Right.
saying, at the gas station, or if you hanging out maybe at the same get together or something like that. So
Most
that's kind of
definitely.
how it's been. That's really kind of how pretty much we see you from time to time, and
Right.
and then I noticed that I can't remember the exact moment, but I just know on your social media, on your Facebook, you were in ministry. I think the first thing I noticed there was I think you had gotten married. I don't know what came first, the marriage or the ministry,
Yes.
but I just noticed those two things, and I was happy for you. I was happy for your marriage, and
Right.
also it was a big
Thank you.
plus. You're welcome. It was a big plus with you being in ministry. So I'm not gonna take up too much time. I'm gonna kick it back over to you and um, finish introducing yourself.
Well, most definitely. Yes, I've been in ministry. I guess you can say, as far as it started with a foundation. Most definitely, a foundation was built. Um, early on in my childhood years, starting from a baby. Crawling around on the church
Mhm.
floors. Basically,
Wow.
family. Yeah, the family just was. A lot of my family was a part of ministry. Uncles and my grandparents and parents. We were just. It was just introduced to me as a child, as a baby, just born into it, basically.
I understand.
So it was just as far as yeah. So as far as ministry goes, ministry has always been a part of me. Always been a part of my life. I can say starting as a young child, when you're, going to church and as a
Mhm.
going to church and in those times and back in that time, in those times it was more of, you went to church, you kind of piggyback off of your, parents. For me, it was my grandparents.
Okay.
Piggyback off of your grandparents, off of your parents, as far as, oh, I'm going to church, I'm enjoying it, I love being here, so much love, so much joy. Enjoyed going to church, enjoyed being a part of the ministry. But then you get a little older, and then you become those
Right.
teenage years hit. So it gets a
Yep.
little different then. So it's more like, okay, you're being made to go. Okay, I gotta go. I want to go to the game, or I want to go do
Right.
this. I want to go to the dance. And our grandparents were really, strong on keeping us away from a lot of things, or try to keep us away from a lot of things that might have been
Mhm.
distraction to the ministry, or something they just felt like wasn't good for us. So we stayed in church a lot, and that's how we used to do back in the day. So
Yeah, I know
that's
about
when that's when I,
that.
yeah, that's when you came to the, now you don't really want to go because you want to do something else because you've gotten a little older. And then, life hit, life came after
Yeah.
graduation.
Yeah.
after graduation. So after graduation, you got college, you got influence, you got
Mm-hmm.
different
Mm-hmm.
people you're meeting, you got different people you're being around and being
Oh,
exposed
yeah.
to, and you start making decisions. You start making life decisions, and that's where I found myself. I found myself as a young woman, pregnant out of wedlock at an early age, 19 years old, in college, and starting started making decisions that created a separation
Wow.
for me. I would say a separation with Christ, because
Ooh,
I've
yeah.
always been saved, but then just life decisions and life changes and
Yes. Yes.
decisions you make, and then you go down this road that you go down this road where you feel lost and you feel like there's no return. You get
Mm-hmm.
especially as a young mother. For me, it was a lot of drastic things happen. With that,
I could only imagine. I
yeah,
mean, because as a woman, when you have a child, I mean, everything, that's a game changer. Everything
yeah,
changes,
yeah,
uh, and I could definitely, and I understand, and like what I'm saying is, I understand it, a little a little bit, because basically whenever a single mother is with child or has a baby, it's more men, we have that option, we're kind of there but not there. you know
yeah, most definitely.
there's some changes, but it's not as drastic as it is for the mother. And I could totally
Right.
identify with, I grew up in church. My dad, my stepdad's some pastors, a minister, so we was always in church and things like that. And I can understand, getting older, and you start meeting people, and things you were kind of
Right.
curious about,
Yeah.
like, well,
The
I can stay
curiosity
out.
of it all.
Yeah, like, I got more freedom, I can stay out, and I got me a car,
Right.
all of that, you know,
Yeah.
and, hold up, and then you actually deceive yourself and think like, well, I've been doing good for this long. I hadn't tried none of this stuff. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
think
That is a thing. Yes. It happens. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not bad like the other folks, because they was doing it,
Right.
when we was not
Right.
underage. I'm grown now, so it's not that bad.
Right. Yeah, it can't be that bad. I go to church 5 days a week.
Right.
Exactly. I understand totally.
5 days a week. Yeah, yeah. You like, man, yeah, I could splurge one
And
day.
that's back in those days when church was until 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, we were in church all
Ooh,
night.
oh snap. Oh man.
Yeah, it just depends.
Wow. Wow. That's deep. It's deep. So you said
Most definitely. Yeah.
I can't eat, man. We might have to do another episode on that. That's man. But
It's a lot.
you said at that time, I think you said you was in college, and you just getting out there in the world, and
Yeah.
you had your child,
Right.
uh, and
Right.
and you said it started causing a
Right.
like distance. You felt like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you still had and I understand this, uh, and for anybody that's out there listening, you have a relationship, but
Right.
there still could be distance, no communication,
Right.
you're not praying
Right.
fellowship. And so, man,
Right.
yeah, so when you got to that point,
Not involved as much.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, so
Yes,
you
that's when
went
you
through
that's
that.
that's everyone.
So as you was going through that, I mean, um, it lasted for a while. you know, or
Yeah.
where did you go from there?
Well, I'll say this, with that happening at that time, I believe it just brought on so many other things I got involved in. Just from feeling the hurt of breakup and the pressure of being in the church and your parents in the church, and then you get pregnant with a child and all that stuff going on, not really understanding a lot about life, and you get out there and then you have the child, and you have the pressure from the influence that you're around, and you have the past hurts, and you have all of that, all the traumatic events from childhood, things that just really really could, which for me, um just changed my life dramatically, because at that moment I steered in the wrong direction. I kind of just went my own way. I kind of just handled hurt, and handled being being a young mother, a young single mother. I handled things. I made bad choices. I'll say that, made bad choices. So during that time of making those choices, time was still passing, time was still going. It never stopped.
Yeah.
So
And
I
you
just
know,
found myself one day,
yeah.
years later. Yeah, found myself one day years later, you know, still in a place of no peace.
Hmm.
You can think you have, had a nice job, and um, um, finances were going well, doing well with my child, then after then became children. So you think that everything is lining up, and at the end of the day, when you don't when you don't have God solely at the center, at the forefront, you still have no peace. Not
Absolutely.
only do you not have peace, especially when he's been calling you anyway. So there's just a pull throughout your
Yeah.
life. This is gonna
Yeah.
pull. I mean, it's a pull on you. So you never get away from it. And neither did he leave me when I was out there in it. I
Wow.
always felt his presence. I always felt him with me, even when the wrong decisions, even when the bad choices. He
Yeah.
was always there. He covered me. He kept me. I know he did. I
Amen.
know he did. And from then, when I got a little, I started having desire not to live the way I was living anymore. I started having desire as a young adult. Hey, I know I grew up in the church. I know I grew up in the church, and
Yeah.
I piggybacked off my grandparents. I love God because my grandparents love God.
Okay.
I love to be in church because my grandparents are there, or my family is there. But then became a desire for me to taste, and see,
Yes.
to
Yes.
actually
To
get
have
for
your own
myself
relationship.
who he really was, my own relationship. And from then, that's where he started speaking. That's where my ears started opening, the light started to be seen, and I was able to really understand for myself what ministry really meant, and what ministry really was, and what he was calling me to.
Man.
Because no struggle, and none of the things I went through were in vain. They were for a reason.
For a reason.
They were destined for a reason. And I'm grateful that he covered me and kept me and brought me out of it. And I overcame. And I overcame because of him, because he overcame. And
Yeah.
I overcame, and I was able to really, really build a relationship with him, and really do what he is calling me to do.
Man, that's awesome. And what people don't realize is that Yeah, you said so much.
Oh,
You
I'm
said,
sorry.
no, but it's good. It's good. You gave a lot of content, a lot of context, and God, His word says, He'll never leave or forsake us.
Yes,
Um, One of my favorite scriptures is in Romans. It said that all things work together for the good
that's
of
right.
love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. So even in our mistakes, even when we seem like we strayed away, uh,
Right,
God can
right.
still, it's amazing that He can still use that,
That's right.
His glory. Say all things work together. So that's good or bad. That's uh, all things, it's all inclusive. Your depression,
Right.
happiness,
Most definitely.
when you had money, when you didn't have money, when you had a
Right,
job, when you was unemployed, uh now you can use that. That's like your arsenal. Like,
right.
so you got a place that you can pull from and you can preach from, because you say, hey, I identified, I know God was with me. And you said it just a few minutes ago, like he was still with you even when you was in your mess. And I just,
Yes,
wow. That's great. That's great. And forming your own relationship. That's, to me, that's what it boils.
right.
You know.
Oh, it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yes,
So once you got to that point, when you had that desire to start forming, to have a intimate relationship with God for yourself.
right.
So like from that point, was it like a couple of years, or did a few years go by, or a couple of months um go by until you decided, or you felt like, well, you say you knew God was calling you.
Yeah.
So at what point did you decide, you just said, okay, all right, God, you got me?
You know what? Because I got tired. 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 I got tired of my own self.
Hey,
I
this
got
is what you
tired of
showed
me.
up done.
That's
When
what happened.
you sick and tired of yourself, you know,
Get tired of yourself.
we,
That's
we,
exactly what happened.
hey, we see people go through stuff, and now I just say they ain't tired yet.
Right.
we,
That's it.
yeah, they ain't tired yet. They ain't wore out yet. They gonna keep doing it.
Hey, I got tired. I got tired, and I just felt like, it was time. It was time. Especially from the things I went through. I'm grateful to be, talking to you today. It was some bad decisions, some struggles, some things I went through that I'm grateful to God that He covered me, but I know He did it for a reason, and I know He had a plan. I know He had a plan. So with that being said, it was just I was tired of me, and I also just had that
Tired
that
of
that
yourself.
yearning and that desire for Him. Tired of me, tired of making the same mistakes, tired of going the same way. I wanted everything that He said He
Yeah,
had for me.
yes,
I wanted the real joy. I
yes.
wanted that real peace. I wanted all those things that He had for me, and I didn't want it halfway.
Hmm. All right now.
I wanted to give Him my all so that I would be able to receive and have what He had for me.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm not laughing at you. It's just
So I
I,
understand.
I understand when you said, man, I was tired of myself. Like,
Yeah. And you
wow.
have to get tired of you. There is a time when you just have to really get tired because the common denominator is you.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's us.
yes.
You
Because
know,
in the end,
it's us.
you just left with yourself and your bad decisions,
Yes.
your feelings, and it's just you. you know,
Yeah.
you
And we
know.
have to face the facts, and we have to come to some kind of accountability, and really just understand that
Mm,
nothing will change, and you won't change. You can pray,
mm,
you can attend services, you can do all the things that you need to do for the kingdom, but if you don't get your heart
wow.
in the right place, if you don't receive it wholeheartedly,
Mm, you know, said
then
something.
you're not tired.
Wow. Girl, you done gave me about 4 or 5 ideas for a sermon. Just talking. Man, I'm gonna go back and listen to the
Glory to
audio
God. Hey.
and I'm gonna be like,
Hey.
I'm gonna give you Tanya, I'm gonna give you credit when I preach it. I'm be like, I had a did a podcast interview
Oh,
with
please don't.
and the Lord dropped this in my spirit, and she was talking. And
Hey, hey, hey.
wow,
Trust me. It's
man.
been a journey. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Everybody has that journey. Everybody has that journey, you know. And that's that's one reason I have this, you know, I'm using this platform for, you know, Christians and believers, and so you know we can share our journey, share the story
Right.
to people that might not be able to hear it within the so-called church setting, within the four walls,
Most definitely.
you know. um we I hope that this is something that will compel people to, you know, to come to Christ, you know, and also come to church.
Right.
And I, you know, would like to use this platform, you know, your story and other people that I have interviewed and talked to, and use their story, you know, as a way to witness and let people know, like, you know, we go through things. We done been through some stuff. It might not
Right.
right, it might not look like it, but you know, everybody has a story, and
Right.
you know, and
He
there's
said
so
you'll come out as pure gold.
yes, the transformation, that transformation,
Yes.
transform. So, so you know, once you accept your calling, well, how long have you been in ministry?
Well, I would say I've been in ministry. Um, like I said, it's been all my life, but as far as when I came into ministry, as far as I want to say it may have been about 6 or 7, 8 years.
Okay,
I think I was right early 30s.
okay, all right. And so when did you get married before, or did you get married after?
We were married. Me and my husband were married.
Okay.
Me and my husband were married March 19th, 2016.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been in ministry, longer than that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
more so music than everything, than anything else. But ministry, being in ministry
Oh,
is an everyday lifestyle. Hey, it's just it's when I'm at work, it's when I'm in the grocery store, it's when I'm in Walmart. So ministry is in us. So that's just
well,
something we do every day.
yeah. And I remember you said you just, you know, that was how you grew up, church,
Yeah.
you know, with your grandparents taking you, and you know, and you said something that just reminded me. Um, I wanted to discuss your project, your musical project, because you did mention singing. So you grew up singing in church, in
Right.
church and stuff. So, what is this? What's this project that you have out now? I think it's with um, Pastor Cheney, Pastor. Uh,
No, who produced the project for us is Byron Cheney,
Byron.
who was a great friend of ours, great, longtime friend of ours. him and his family, and he is the one who produced our project. But the project is with my pastor, Pastor Eric O. Jackson of New Jerusalem Christian Fellowship.
Oh, okay.
And the name of our the name of that is Sound. The name of the project is Sounds of Jerusalem. Let's get excited.
Okay, Sounds of Jerusalem. Get excited. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
see, what is the name of the? Is it you a group? Is other ladies that you sing with?
It's our praise team. It's our praise team and our pastor. Our pastor is the lead, and it's our praise team. And the song is called "Let's Get Excited," and it's a project we decided to do because I've been writing songs for a while, and just hadn't
Okay.
hadn't. Yes, most definitely. I wrote that project. I wrote that song, and I've been writing for a while, but it takes a while to actually just kind of you have to get out there and just actually put something out there. And a lot of it was mindset, not even trusting my own self. A lot of it was fear and all kinds of things can be tied into not going forth. But I'm just grateful that we were able to go forth because it's definitely a blessing. It was a blessing to me at first because when God gave me this song, it might have been 3 years ago or so, and I was going through a lot of things and had a lot going on, and I felt like I was in a dark place in my mind, so to speak. And the guy was just reminding me, and he reminded me. He said, "Hey, get up from there, get out of that place. Get excited for even though you don't see my hand moving, even though you can't see the next, even though you can't see." Trust me in the now and get excited because I have great things in store for you. So that's what he was reminding me.
Yeah.
So I began to write that song and I presented it to my pastor and the church and others, and my pastor, who is also my uncle.
Okay.
Right. Who he decided to we decided to just put that project out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where is it where is it available?
Yeah, it's available on all digital outlets.
Okay.
Nice.
So just name like Spotify, Apple Music.
Spotify, Apple Music,
Right.
Amazon, there's a few others, but most of the digital outlets. Also, we have CDs available if anybody would like to get a CD. We also have that.
All right. Well, let the people know where they can get in contact with you to make a purchase. They just use your through social media, through Facebook or Instagram or something.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You can reach me on my Facebook page, Tanya Bush Holiday, or you can go on our Sounds of Jerusalem Facebook page. Also Instagram, Sounds _ Jerusalem, and also. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can reach us on inbox me, or I think my number is also available.
Yeah, make sure you hit the thing and make sure you ain't leave anything out. Understand that?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I got it all together, but I mean, we're easy to find, Yeah, we're easy to find.
That's what's up. You probably have a whole notebook full of songs. You think anything else?
I have already been working on my portfolio, Minister Christopher.
Okay. All right. Okay then. Well,
most definitely. We won't stop here.
That's what's up. Man, I learned a lot about you in this this segment. We went to school together, but I would say that I remember from school, you always carried yourself well. You was always, one of the best dressers. You was like one of the best.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 'cause you know,
Oh wow.
I mean, that's just what I.
I tried. I
Yeah,
don't
that's just
know.
what I remember. you know, uh, but yeah, you would. I mean, like I said, I think we might have had a couple of classes together, but uh,
Yeah, I believe so.
yeah, yeah. But it's just great how God it's just great how God works things out, and you don't even have a clue, because I did a podcast, I did an episode with another classmate, Eric Pittman. Eric Pittman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember Eric.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't live in Jackson anymore, but I mean, he's preaching, he's in ministry and stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's just amazing how God just, brings
It
things
is.
together. We interact and cross paths, and we didn't have a clue.
Right.
know,
Right.
how God will bring
Yeah,
everything around full circle, man. I just think it's awesome.
right.
It just blows my mind.
It's really good to see others that you might have grown up with, or went to school with, or graduated with. When you see that they're a part of ministry, it is awesome to see. It truly is.
Hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this session up. I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I certainly enjoyed.
Oh, no problem. I have
I
enjoyed this session.
All right, I'm glad you did. I enjoyed your story, your testimony, and like I said, I got about 5 or 6 ideas for a sermon. Just a couple of
Well,
things.
get your sermon on, Minister
Yeah,
Christopher. Go forth, brother.
yeah, yeah.
Glory to God.
And I hope to link up with you again real soon. I'm
Oh,
just
most definitely.
like you said, you got some things you working on with your music, and I'm doing my best to try to take this podcast, as far as God will allow me to. And I'm praying that God will increase your work and your visibility and your ministry, and everything that you have set forth. I pray that you are able to
Right.
fulfill the mission that God, the calling that God has placed on your life.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you inviting me on. Most definitely, things like this are necessary. People have to hear these stories, and this is not even the half of the story. But God is good. I'm grateful for it all. I really am.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you can always come back and tell, another part of the story. Um, or if you just want to, hey, share something, a teachable moment or something that God has put on your spirit, some life lessons, something, whatever God is put on your spirit, because, just trying to educate the people. We have to equip
Right.
the kids, you know, do all of this. So I can't do it by myself, and
Right.
need some allies. So
Most
be
definitely.
surprised. I'll be reaching out to you again.
Oh, most definitely. And I appreciate what you're doing, Mr. Christopher. This is awesome. It's necessary for the kingdom. It's necessary for ministry. It's necessary for people, because people need to see and hear these ministries. They need to be, informed, because some people just don't know. So it's
Yeah.
very important, and it's awesome what you're doing. To
Thank
God be the glory. I pray that He blesses it the more.
Yes, yes, definitely. To God be the glory. Well, all right then. Enjoyed you. You enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. You do the same.
To be blessed, and hope to catch you on the flip side. Catch you soon, okay? We can do it.
All right, most definitely. And y'all have a good evening.
All right now.
Okay.
All right.